Heading down into Chester Panzer's basement in Northern Virginia, you'll find a small corner room holding a generation of memories for this accomplished photojournalist, who also happened to capture a haunting moment in American aviation history.
Two pictures of the Eagle One, the U.S. Park Police Eagle One helicopter hovering over us when they were dropping off one of the survivors.
Amid the chaos of a January snowstorm, Air Florida Flight 90 crashed into the icy Potomac moments after takeoff. Panzer and his sound operator George Patterson were nearby and rushed to the scene.
The snow was up to my knees, easily went bounding through the snow, ran over to as close as we could get to get an establishing shot. There was someone being loaded into the back of an ambulance.
What Panzer recorded, first responders and Good Samaritans rescuing a handful of crash survivors, remains with him to this day.
And when I saw Kelly clinging to the rope and her dress is flying around, her stockings are torn, I'm thinking, that poor woman. I mean, she is hanging on for dear life. It went through my head when I'm concentrating on the survivors, thinking the plane is underwater with whoever else is on the plane. And you could see the damage it had done on the bridge off to my right. And then you look down and just see this big hole in the ice. That was shocking. I think this is me right there. You can almost see a lens.
While Panzer no longer dwells on the horror of that assignment, last week's collision between a military helicopter and a regional jet not far from where Air Florida hit the 14th Street Bridge reminds him of the devastating and lasting impacts of airline disasters.
There's tragic consequences. And people on the airplane were just people on an airplane. They didn't do anything to deserve this.
Chester Panzer's thoughts, like so many, are now with the grieving and those trying to find answers to why innocent lives were plunged into darkness.
We'll get answers down the road. That doesn't help the families that lost relatives. That doesn't help them grieve any less. But people were out there trying, and they cared. In the dark, in the cold, in a frozen river.